Did you know that early reading intervention can be the difference between your child becoming an avid, confident, successful student and reader versus continuing to keep up with their peers and feeling like they're falling behind and being a struggling reader for the rest of their academic career? Hi, my name is Alexa Imwali. I'm a certified reading interventionist and reading specialist. I'm the owner of Smart Start Tutors, which is a boutique reading tutoring company where we specialize in working with children in grades K through 5 who are struggling or reluctant readers. We give them the confidence and the skills that they need to go on to earn better grades and ultimately close their reading gap so that they can be successful in school and in life. Today, we're going to be diving into another topic, a topic that is very near and dear to my heart: early reading intervention. What is early reading intervention? Well, early reading intervention is intervening when your child is a young developing reader at the first signs of when you believe they may be struggling or they may not be picking up on reading quite as quickly as some of their peers. All students are different, and there is no one-size-fits-all approach. However, your child should begin to learn to read between the preschool age and up until about second grade. If you find that your child is continuing to struggle with their reading past second grade, then that is when you should begin to intervene. I'm not saying don't intervene before second grade, but at the very latest, you should be intervening if you feel like your child is struggling with reading by second grade. The earlier, the better. As with anything, the earlier you are able to detect the problem and intervene, the better. And the better chance your child will have at overall reading success and success in school and in life. So today, we're going to be diving into the multiple benefits of early reading intervention. So now that we know what early reading intervention is, we're able to take a look at some of the benefits that it provides our young and developing readers. The first is that early reading intervention lays a crucial foundation for our children. When we are able to give them the foundational reading skills that they need, such as rhyming, being able to segment and break apart sounds and words, being able to hear and manipulate sounds and words and blend those sounds together to form words, and then move into phonics skills and different foundational reading skills, such as the ones I just mentioned, we are giving them the critical foundational pieces of their reading that they need in order to be successful readers for life. Early reading intervention has been proven to close the reading gap for struggling students. Now, what do I mean by close the reading gap? I mean that those that are able to have early reading intervention of skills that are taught to them at their level exactly when they need it, are more successful readers. Ultimately, they're able to catch up to their peers and be successful, confident, lifelong lovers of reading, both during their early years in school and onward. Research proves that early reading intervention can close the reading gap and help our struggling readers catch up to their peers by nearly 50%. So you can see how early reading intervention is extremely critical to your child's success. Early reading intervention gives our children the confidence that they need to be successful and to believe in themselves and to give them the motivation that they need to continue even when things get difficult. So as our children begin to realize that they are struggling readers, or that reading is just not coming to them as naturally as it is to maybe some of their peers, they begin to lose that self-esteem and that self-confidence. And we hate to see that. I speak with so many parents who tell me my child's losing their sense of self-esteem, their confidence, and I just want that to come back for my child. I feel that so much. I was a struggling reader as a student, and it did not feel good to be behind my peers, especially in something such as reading. So by giving our children that early help when we first detect the problem, we are helping them to realize, okay, if we give you the skills that you need, those foundational reading skills that you need, look, you are able to do it. You are able to become a confident and successful reader, and you are going to be successful not just now, but for your lifelong career and the rest of your time in school. Reading is ultimately the way that our children expand their vocabulary, that they learn new words, and that they ultimately are better able to comprehend text. So when we are able to give our children that early reading intervention, that those skills, when we first detect that they may be struggling, we are able to help them develop their vocabulary, develop their background knowledge skills, and ultimately better comprehend the text that they're being asked to read in school or that they're choosing to read on their own. So expanding vocabulary and helping them develop their comprehension skills is yet another way that they can become successful readers, especially from a young age, and therefore not fall behind their peers. Another way that early reading intervention benefits all children, and more often are struggling readers, is that they are able to elevate their academic performance across all subject areas. Often I speak with parents and they tell me, my child's struggling with reading, which is now making it difficult for them to perform the tasks that they're being asked to do in math, answer the math questions, or perform a writing activity, or answer social studies questions. And they tell me, my child is such a good math student. They understand the math. They know how to do the math. But now they're struggling in math because they don't know how to read the word problem or they don't know how to read the directions. That's something that I hear quite often from parents. So when we are able to intervene early and we're able to give our children those core reading skills that they need in order to build upon that reading foundation and develop more complex reading skills, then we're able to elevate their academic performance across all the subject areas because they're able to read the words, they're able to decode the words, they're able to comprehend what it is that they're being asked to do, and therefore they're able to follow the directions and perform the math or perform the social studies tasks or writing tasks or whatever it is without trouble. And therefore, they're able to show what they know. Another way that early reading intervention helps not only our struggling readers, but all readers, especially those who are struggling to keep up with their peers, is that it allows us to set the foundation for our children's future success. So reading is a lifelong skill that we want our children to have, right? It's at the core of our education. It's at the core of what our children are going to need to do when they face the workplace one day or whatever they choose to do. And we want to set them up for the most success that we can possibly have for them. So in doing that, by intervening early when we notice that there's a problem with our child's reading, we are able to promote their overall success and give them the skills from an early age that they need in order to be a successful student and to be successful in the workplace or later in their lives. Finally, early reading intervention can help mitigate behavioral issues that you might be experiencing from your child at home or in the classroom. Many times children act out because they don't understand what it is that they're being asked to do, and they don't know how else to express that they're confused or that they feel behind, or maybe that they don't have the confidence that they once did. So by giving our children the power by giving them the early reading intervention strategies that they need, we are giving them the power back to show them, hey, look, you can be successful. You can understand how to do this. You can be a good reader. It just takes someone teaching you the skills that you need exactly when you need them. And that is what a reading interventionist and a reading specialist is trained to do. As a reading specialist here at Smart Start Tutors, our team is certified and trained over many years to give your child the tailored intervention that they need exactly when they need it. That means that we are trained in identifying the gaps that may be present for your child in their reading skills, understanding what those gaps are, and creating a plan of attack to help them close those gaps, to receive that instruction of those specific skills exactly when they need them, and ultimately be able to close their gap so that they can get better grades in school and be a lifelong lover of reading and a successful individual. Thank you so much for being here today. These are just some of the benefits of early reading intervention. There are so many benefits to intervening early when you notice that there's a problem in your child's reading, but today we've covered just a few. If you find your child is a struggling reader and that they would benefit from having their gaps identified and having somebody who is a certified reading interventionist take a look at what might be causing their reading struggles, then go ahead and click the link below in the description and set up a free discovery call. I would love to chat with you, determine what your child's struggles are, and help them by designing a plan of attack that we can use together to help them get back on the right road, increase their confidence, and ultimately have the reading skills that are necessary in order for them to be a successful student and successful in life. Reading is a journey, and one that we don't always get to as quickly as we'd like. So give your child the gift of early reading intervention from all the benefits that we discussed today, and help them to see that they can be a successful reader and that they can be successful not only in school, but in life too. We are here to help you at Smart Start Tutors, and we'd love to hear from you. So like the video, subscribe to our channel so that you'll be notified when we have more content that comes out, and comment below how you help your child become a stronger reader. We love hearing from you.